Hello, everyone. No, I guess disclaimer before I start. I'm well aware that ZeRo is a controversial figure. This really won't be going too much into my opinions or speculation or anything on the controversy, regardless of anything controversial surrounding the player. I personally perceive him to be the epitome of both my character and of just general fundamentals across all the Smash titles. I think he encapsulates the best conceptual understanding of Smash, or maybe even platform fighters in general, amongst all of the competitive scenes history across all Smash titles, in my opinion. And as such, I think that learning from him, even if his name is tainted, is still should be a viable option. Not gonna talk about it much more beyond that, but I'm kind of like at a weird point with Diddy right now. I feel like I like low key need to kind of like go back to the basics a little bit, which Smash 4 Diddy encapsulates, as well as I'm prepping for Robin, which is what we're prepping for the Robin matchup. So I'm trying to like get a better understanding of how my characters played at a conceptual level, because Ultimate Diddy's fucking crazy. So sometimes just going back to like the basics of the character, as well as we're gonna see like how the basics coincides with a more obscure matchup. Um, but yeah, this will be my first time about reviewing ZeRo on this channel, so that'll be very interesting. So he goes towards center right away. Almost a little uncharacteristic. I feel like ZeRo usually. I'm like hesitant to say his name because he's controversial. I need to get over that. Um, but I feel like he usually pulled banana at the start of most matches, but not here. I wonder if it's because Robin has a good burst range horizontally. He charges right in. He shields first and then goes for the forward air. Now, one weird thing, you'd always flicker shield for a split second first before popping a grab or a forward or anything like this. I see this sometimes like amongst other top players in Ultimate as well, and even Omsa did some similar things with Melee, if I recall. I think it's kind of like a option select. Like if when you run up, if they happen to attack, then you'll get the shield anyway. Like if they happen to put out a hitbox towards you approaching them, then you get the perfect shield. But if they don't, the forwarder will still hit in most cases anyway. So you're kind of covering multiple options with one stone. Now I am a little surprised he started the match with such an aggressive option. That was a little uncharacteristic from what I recall. He is charging neutral B, and he looks like he started charging neutral B pretty much right away. So maybe this is kind of like a mashup counterplay, because charging the neutral B seems to be the context that led into this forward air. Even here, like the shield would have protected against the neutral B, and I don't remember if Robin can neutral B or not, or jump out of neutral B in this game. And I know that's like a universal thing added to Ultimate, but maybe Robin was an exception in Smash 4, or maybe this wasn't a jump read; it was just supposed to be aggressive. And the only way that he was able to like get his shield out and get an attack out immediately after to kind of cover 2 and 1 was the forward air. But I don't know. I still have the opinion that I'm a little shocked he started the match with this. I don't think that he did this against most players. But now Dath is in the corner. He's going to dash back. He always plays very passive when the opponent's cornered, because obviously you want to make sure you don't give them any openings to get out of the corner. That's something that I feel like my Diddy's been struggling a lot with. I feel like I've been very aggressive in this situation. And as a result, people have just been getting like able to reversal me sometimes, or like worst case reversal me, and best case they get to center and now I'm in the corner. So just a simple dash back, and you can dash back in too. It's not like you have to commit completely to like staying far away, but excuse me. But if Robin did anything aggressive here, which it looks like she is doing, this dash back puts Diddy in position where you can do a lot. Like now he almost got, it didn't work out, but he almost got the whiff punish. Sorry, he went back that far. The aggressive forward air, and he tried to get a shield grab upon the landing. Deceptively though, it looks like Robin could do a rising aerial and actually be like auto cancel it and be safe. I didn't even know that. That's probably still a thing in Ultimate, so that's good for me to know that Robin can do that. Robin can do that rising forward air, and it's like completely auto cancelable. The multi-hit jab. Oh, tries to air dodge it. It actually backfired. Sends at a really crazy angle. That sends at the top of battlefield. Maybe that's why Robin did that rapid jab actually. Because I feel like most Robins in this game typically prefer the 3-hit jab. But maybe, you know, platforms could be a contextual, like, it could be context for how you end your combo. If you have opportunity to send them on a platform, and the opportunity might have been putting him on the top platform on battlefield. But he's going to be able to jump. Robin tries to cover that part on battlefield. Jumping seems like it made sense because there's not like Robin's able to cover the double jump from that angle anyway. And he had to get away from the platform that Robin was able to cover. Like with the opponent's mind on the platform, of course the double jump is going to get you out of that situation. But now he does have to land. Dath puts out. And honestly, this is kind of the fundamental difference between Smash 4 and Ultimate. And I'm not sure which one to go into. I think the 80-20 rule I usually talk about is a pretty good start, though. I feel like in Smash 4, the name of the game was basically like, you protect center at all times. Like, you just don't let your opponent get to center. So, like, here, Dath is just... like, if ZeRo drifted in here, Dath would have got this hit. But since he drifted back, he was safe. And that's kind of true for Ultimate as well. There's many cases where I've seen something like this as well, where just drifting away was the right option because the opponent was prioritizing protecting center at all costs. But some new age Ultimate ideas are being a bit more aggressive. Like, instead of going for this, they might, like, do an empty hop and then put something out in this corner. That would completely lose to ZeRo just drifting in here, like, so it's kind of like a pseudo weird 50-50 kind of. I mean, it's probably an RPS, there's probably a third option, but it's like, oh, I drift in a way that's safe. Like, the 80-20 rule I talk about is 80% of the time you, like, protect center and be safe. Like, just try to keep them in prioritize keeping them in advantage rather than, like, necessarily guaranteeing you get a hit on them. But and this will usually condition very, like, a lot of passiveness and disadvantage, like this drift away right here that we're seeing ZeRo do. You're going to condition things like that, playing like that. You're, like, kind of building a wall with hitboxes and positional reaction, like, reactionary positions and stuff. But then you start conditioning the more passive, and that's when you can, like, eventually make a call out on someone being very passive and disadvantaged. Like, I'll see Spargo especially. Spargo maybe doesn't even do 80-20. He does, like, 50-50. Or maybe even, like, sometimes he goes a bit more towards being aggressive. But I think it's because he knows, like, what he scares other top players into doing very well. I think Cloud might also just be really good at capitalizing on stuff like that. But I think in New Age Ultimate, it's very important to be able to capitalize on punishing what ZeRo's doing right now, which is just drifting towards a corner. Ooh, but able to protect yourself. I think, because right here is a little deceptive. Robin's aerials seem to be very deceptive. Because Robin's able to do this double jump back here. And honestly, I didn't think that Robin... Like, most rising aerials are pretty laggy. Ironically, I'm saying this with Diddy Kong on the screen. Diddy Kong forward air and back air is not. But most, like, meaty and strong rising aerials are pretty laggy. Like, think about, like, a Yoshi Nair. Like, he nairs your shield. He's in the air, like, hittable for a long time, and people don't capitalize on that. But Robin, granted, it seems like Robin's slightly floaty, so this helped out as well. But able to put out a second back air. Because ZeRo saw this position, was like, oh, this is a free opportunity for me to either hit him or to run in towards center. But the surprise second back air completely caught him off guard. I don't think he was aware that a second back air was even possible there. At least not when he inputted the dash in. And tries to get another immediate attack, but smart on ZeRo to dash back. I think dash back is maybe an underrated option, at least on my end. I think a lot of people panic with like spot dodges and shields or another attack, and those can work. But sometimes a simple dash back could do so much for you in the situation where you just got hit. Because think about it. Like let's think about this. So he gets hit, but he's landing. This effectively just recreates. So some people don't really think about this, but when you hit someone but you don't have a true follow-up, you effectively, the position that you're both led in is just going to create a sorry, I'm thinking, or I'm scribbling my thoughts. I actually just drank a soda and I think it kind of cooked me a little bit. But you're basically just resetting neutral in a sense, but not everyone's aware of that. Because usually if you hit someone away from you, even if you don't have a true follow-up, even if you just recreate burst range, right? A lot of people are going to panic in that situation, and that will leave them open to getting hit by another immediate attack or something, right? But in this case, it's kind of reversed, because Dath is like, oh, he's in disadvantage. But actually, not really. This should be an easy whiff punish. I'm actually surprised it was a forward air that was a whiff punish. I don't think that was optimal. I think a grab would have been the preferred. But maybe he was unconfident in his ability to react in time with it. But yeah, see, that forward air wasn't even safe on hit. This time, yeah, I think with not having that top platform to get the potential tech chase on, now just going back to the 3-hit jab because it sends far more horizontal. But he's just able to drift towards ledge. Side B at ledge. Gets hit by it. I'm not sure what the counterplay to side B is at ledge yet. I'm not sure if we're going to find out or not. And also, I don't even know if it's exact same in Smash 4. That's something I'm going to have to lab by myself. Or I'm probably going to VOD review one of the top Diddies that fought Leaf as well in Ultimate. But he goes for the double jump. There might have been an ill-advised double jump. Gets hit for it. Because there's nothing really to double jump there. Goes for the side B. Side B cancels it on the platform. Able to roll behind at the last second. I should roll behind more in this close quarter situations as well. Gets a grab this time. Well, I thought it was going to be a tech chase, but it wasn't. Dash back because the opponent is now able to land. So back air. Good job not landing on the platform, like ghosting through it right there. But before he dashed, Robin has like a kind of a cone that she could land at. And he was within that cone, which means that he was in Robin's burst range. This dash back also guarantees that Robin cannot land on any side of him besides the right, which can condense the amount of area he can cover. I thought that was like a read. Because he dash shielded in. Which would have probably got him a hit if the aerial actually hit the shield. And now he's going to backflip out of it. Dath is going to try to roll in, but it seems like retreating towards the center makes sense after whiffing an option like that. Because dash back when your opponent's in the corner is one of the strongest options. You just have to make sure to dash back in if your opponent doesn't give you anything. Like, most people are going to do some kind of retaliation or something aggressive or try to panic to get out of the corner in some capacity. And a dash back will put you in position to punish a lot of them a lot of the time. So retreating furthermore, the backflip is basically like an alternative way to dash back. It also can maybe make you jump over certain options, like a neutral B maybe, or a dash attack. And then another dash back because it became close quarters. And nobody really wants to play close quarters most of the time, unless you're like Sheik, because like extremely close quarters, because it's like really inconsistent. It's like super volatile because anyone could do anything. There's not really any rhyme or reason. A little dash shield. Dash back. Gonna pull banana maybe? Yeah, I figured. Looking for a banana pull. Robin's actually able to get a... Yeah, Robin goes for a forward air jump read here. And that's going to give her an item. I think she was basically trying to do what Diddy was doing. Like, oh, we're both going to get our item. I think banana is a bit more valuable than the 11 sword item. Although, I don't know. Maybe there's some crazy shit I don't remember in this game or something. But I would maybe bargain or argue that Diddy banana is a little bit better. Charging neutral B. Jump throw banana makes a lot of sense. It's going to jump over a lot of things Robin could do. I feel like in Smash Ultimate, I don't think it covers side B as well, but I don't think most Robins are like side being as much in neutral as much as they're neutral being. Side B is like an occasional mix-up, I think. But Jump Throw Banana, I think, should beat... We'll see if it beats neutral B in this game or not. I'm trying to remember. I feel like it should be almost the same. But for some reason, I'm like scared that like the jump isn't going to go over the neutral B. Down tilt, down smash, sends at the best angle. Goes for banana. Does not like let... Oh, I'm very surprised at the roll in. That was some almost uncharacter-like. I don't even know what that covers. Goes for banana. Dash shield under where Robin could land. And if Robin landed, it did any kind of aerial or anything. Dashing when someone's going to land actually makes a lot of sense with banana. I think in Ultimate it's very common to flicker shield instead of hold shield because you can get a parry, and that's very strong in Ultimate. And if they do the same double jump mix up, then you can still hit, or no, you still have enough frames to try to cover their landing again. So it's very strong. You don't have to like read the double jump mix up because you could react. But with an Ultimate, I'm talking about an Ultimate. In Smash 4, if Diddy Kong has banana in hand, it probably makes sense to just to hold shield more because you can cover more on reaction. But if someone does do a double jump mix up, it does become kind of tricky. Ooh. Oh, he's trying to bait something. He was like, oh, you're going to I'm going to dash here and you're probably going to do a landing back air to try to hit me or something. So I'm going to roll behind, and that did seem a little crazy though. Ooh, the down throw banana. That's tricky. Gets the forward air. Able to throw the banana. The banana seems like it does pretty well against... Like, a preemptive banana can beat Robin, like, trying to do some kind of neutral B option. Preemptive forward airs beat the jump get up. That would have beaten, like, a double jump in. That's just a method to attempt to edgeguard Robin. But able to get the forward air, too. I don't even know if Diddy could do that. I don't even know if he could do that in Ultimate. I might need to test it out. So in Ultimate, I tested this myself because for some reason there's like Diddy Kong has a lot of methods to potentially edgeguard, but a lot of them are like kind of weird. Like you just like lose out weirdly. Like I tried this method in Ultimate too, and it just surprisingly doesn't work. I try holding ledge and drifting and doing like a rising air, back air, and it'll work once in a blue moon, but it's like surprisingly not that consistent. Sometimes it'll work if the Robin's like really far down when she up Bs. I find that the best method, I don't know if this would be the best method in Smash 4. To be honest with you, I don't see Diddy Kong's do it at all in Smash 4, like at all. Like I don't think I've seen ZeRo go for it in his entire like time playing. Or maybe he has actually, but it might have been like once. But against Robin up B, in my opinion, I think he went to down throw banana into up B. And then up B back to ledge. I think that's like the best method for beating Robin's recovery. Because this is like kind of weird. It doesn't work a lot of the time. Going for the air dodge makes sense. Ooh, just walking. Walking allows you to react to a lot of things while moving forward at the same time. It's just a better reactionary window. I think that's why, honestly, walking might be underrated in Ultimate as well, but maybe not for the reason people think. Because I think it could be used in the same way in Ultimate, where you're just like in a situation like that, and you're able to advance towards them, but you're also like able to react the whole time. Dashing is a bit more difficult to react in. Dash back, dash in, dash back, dash in. Oh. Robin's so weird. She could probably auto-cancel that in Ultimate too. Tries to catch the landing with neutral B, but just a little too slow. Gets beat out for it. Probably gonna throw banana right here. Oh, waiting a little bit. Oh, he expected another one. And now he's gonna do it. Stun locks into shield. I don't think that grab was guaranteed, but Robin would have had to like spot dodge immediately or something, and that was like kind of unexpected. Ooh, is this intentional? Yeah, I don't think... I'm surprised he even tried it again, to be honest. That makes sense. Okay. Wow. So that time it works. It seems like the run off and the back gear back on strategy seems to be the most consistent so far. Honestly, that's still probably like Diddy's second best option in Ultimate. And if you don't have a banana out, it probably is what you should be doing if you really want to get the edge guard. Because like, I think all of his other options to edge guard, like, they're just not consistent enough. Like, Diddy Kong has some decent edge guard options in general. I also find that Z drop downer also didn't have as much success as I expected. I think because Robin could like mix up her drift, like if she just goes backward a little bit, or if she hugs the stage in a specific way, it's like really hard to get the Z drop down air. But similar to some other things, they can work every once in a blue moon. But we want consistency, right? Especially since if you miss, you sometimes like lose your entire ledge trap or significantly nerf your entire ledge trap at best. But able to get this banana. I don't know if that was a double jump back in read. If it is, I can maybe do that in Ultimate as well. But that seems very interesting. Be able to get the down tilt forward. Is that going to kill? It is. Alright, we back in neutral. Gets to roll behind. Ooh, the dash back banana throw. I need to do that a little bit more. But I find if the opponent's not in the corner, it's like I find hard times at finding that in neutral. But he goes for it. It works because Robin, or it almost works because Robin tries moving it, but weird roll. Tries grabbing, but double roll. Yeah, that jump throw banana seems strong against Robin's zoning. Ooh. I think misjudges the roll distance. Goes for banana. Goes for the jump throw. But it seems like the counter to that jump throw is a lingering Levin sword. So definitely kind of a mix-up game. And that mix-up game is probably somewhat true in Ultimate as well, so something to be aware of. I could probably just I could probably condition something like that to come out, because I remember reviewing TaskBot, which is the Robin I'm prepping for, and he definitely does a lot of rising aerials, and I think it's because the counter to Robin's zoning is different variations of jumping a lot of the time. So I could probably definitely play a 50-50. I just have to stay a step ahead, which is kind of complicated. But he seemed very happy to full hop like rising aerial. So I could probably just I could read the aerial more often than not. But now actually this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Because now Dath ZeRo drifted back the last time, so Dath made the read on it this time. That was actually a really good dash attack. Double jump, side B. Honestly, that was a shitty side B. I hate to give criticism to the Smash Master, but that was a horrible side B. I'm not even gonna lie. I think if it was a little closer to stage, maybe. Because he, like... I think he just wanted to skip something. But he's alive. That was a better side B because there's... Like, it's kind of a 50-50 at best. Like, Dath would have had to, like, hard read the side B and then run to the other side of the stage. Okay. Now, this is something that can't be done in Ultimate, really. This, like, little jump nair dodge forward air. Some characters like doing this, and I don't even remember that Diddy Kong was one of them in Smash 4. I don't even know if I was cognizant. When I was playing Smash 4, I don't even know if I knew 100% Diddy Kong could do this in Smash 4. That was kind of cute. Can't do that in Ultimate, though. Tries getting an overshoot side B kick. I think he knew that Robin was going to go to the other side of the stage and was trying to hard call it out. Like, he even dashed forward first before doing it. Honestly, it would have worked if he was just a little bit closer. Like, he ran a little bit further before the side B. Could you say... I'm pretty sure you can side B out of a full run in Smash 4. I think it's just... You can't tilt or smash attack outside of, like... There's, like, some weird thing. You could, like, dash back F smash in some weird way or some shit. I forgot. Oh, you can up smash because you can jump cancel it. Smash 4 is so weird. Or every Smash game is weird. Ultimate, like, standardized a lot of things. Speaking of weird, he should have got hit by that, but it's okay. That's a free punish. Banana, but just putting the banana to where it goes off stage. I think trying to do it to where Robin had to, like, was either going to get hit by it, or grab ledge, or grab it like this. Like, a lot of people would air dodge grab it, but get back onto stage. And that would have lost to this forward air. But Dath was smart and actually faded back. Preemptive, so some ledge pressure, which I admit, I don't do enough. I feel like a lot of, like, the best ledge trappers in Ultimate are, like they do a lot of preemptive attacks in some, like, random order. Like, they'll do, like, one preemptive attack or two preemptive attacks or three preemptive attacks that are all relatively safe and unreactable. Like, I'll see, like, Fox nair the ledge, like, 3 times. And then if you, like, neutral get up or jump, you'll probably lose out to them. Or at best for you, it'll go even with your shield, but then it's just shield pressure. Obviously, it depends on the thing, on the attack being thrown out. If you have anything that's, like, comes out fast, lingers, and has little end lag, then that's kind of goated. But then they'll, like, jump or shield or dash back to cover when you get up attack or roll or something to work around it. Like, they'll just cover neutral get up and roll get up really hard, but I don't. Now, granted, Diddy Kong in Ultimate probably just wants to do banana ledge traps if possible, but I need to have a plan for if I can't pull banana out in time as well. And I need to understand how ledge trapping works in general, but I feel like I just don't do it. Like, critiquing myself, like, I feel like my ledge trapping is extremely weak, which is unfortunate because it's one of the most important advantage states in the game. Not expecting the jump throw banana. Oh, I forgot that was, like, some weird 50-50 kill confirm in this game. I don't think it's a thing anymore in Ultimate. I could be wrong. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, 50-50 little kill setups are, like, kind of lame as fuck in Smash 4. Like, Diddy Kong had some of his stuff, especially before he was patched. Sheik had her down throw up B. I think that got patched too. I think CSS had something. Robin has that. I think Falcon had something at, like, 40. I'm not a fan of the, like, kill throw 50-50 confirms. Yeah, just dash back. I think I'm definitely learning to just like corner pressure is different. Weirdly enough, I play too passive with ledge trapping, but not passive enough with corner pressure. It's like very backwards, but that's good for me to know and point out to myself. What? Oh, the item popped out. In Smash 4, I wouldn't really blame anyone for falling for that, especially since Robin was an obscure character. Maybe it was like if you play against her all the time, you get a feel for it. But in Ultimate, it actually shows both players Robin's resources, and both players can look, which is probably a good change. It should have been like that in Smash 4. But in Smash 4, it didn't. So the Robin player probably hasn't all memorized and does math in their head at all times on when the thing's going to pop out. But the opponent, there's no way that the opponent's going to know that shit, you know? Yep, dash. Basically, the landing cone, dash at the end of the cone, and then get your punish. Even if they don't land at this edge right here and you don't get that punish, you're still in corner pressure phase. Beautiful. So does that forward air. Remember, there's no fast fall and air dodges in this game. This forward air is so good in Ultimate too, but it's a little bit nerfed because fast fall and air dodges can sometimes phase through it. You don't always have the frames to like capitalize. But the nair dodge does have to be kind of like frame tight with how it corresponds to the forward air. So it can still depend. It can still be a decent option sometimes, but it's not his best option in my opinion for catching landings anymore. But it forces a double jump. If Robin did a double jump, she likely would have gone hit here, unless there's like some secret mix up. Maybe grabbing ledge, but whatever. And now upon whiffing that, he's going to dash towards the left, because again, Robin can land at a cone. So dash to the edge of the cone that's closest to center. He goes for the air dodge, and he is able to punish it with a back air. This time, another aggressive forward air. An air dodge would have worked. An air dodge would have worked, and you would have been able to grab ledge, but then you would have just been a ledge trap. You get the hit. Goes for the banana, goes for the pop gun. Tries getting the forward air, but the double jump's going to beat it out. Double jump down through banana even. Gets an attack. ZeRo tries to like... Tries to up air, which actually might have worked, but I think the platform blocked him from doing it. I think he ended this game at 20%, so I think he doesn't get hit again for the rest. Good full hop against that. I need to check if I can short hop over neutral B in Ultimate. I think that's actually very important information that might significantly influence how I play around Robin. I know against some characters, I was able to do significantly better against some zoners because I can just short hop past their side Bs. But yeah, just dash shield. He rolls. The dash shield forward air does seem like it covers the spreading him out. Dash. The shield there, I think, was just to stop the dash. Like, there was not necessarily a reason to shield, I don't think. But it was just because you can't stop dashing. Or you can, but, like, it's not like Ultimate where you, like, dash, stop, and then dash again. There's, like, a dash stop animation that takes 10 times longer in Smash 4 than Ultimate. Or in all the Smash games until Ultimate, basically. But you can cancel it with shield. He does a dash shield again, so dash shield seems to be his like primary like approach. Tries getting a grab on the landing. I think that was just a reaction, but he misjudged where Robin would end up. Goes for the aggressive forward air. I think just trying to like beat her out for trying to charge. I don't know if she can like cancel. Did she cancel a charge? No, I don't think she did. I think she just forward aired instead of charging instead. Because in Ultimate, it might be a bit riskier to just go out and try to hit her. I mean, I'll see what the top ditties do. But the only top... I think Chicken's 3 on Leaf, but I don't know if they play it on stream. Now, Yacha? I don't know how to pronounce the name. Beat Leaf on stream before, though. So I'm going to be VOD reviewing that next. Oh, okay. Down tilt into his shield. Back air. So yeah, tries punishing that. Gets a punish. Tries forwarding, which would have covered some things, but still puts him in position for corner pressure. Dash back. Dash back seems really strong in that situation, as we've discussed. A little roll in, which might have schmixed Robin off guard, but definitely like a bit more aggressive than we're used to seeing from him. Goes for this side B kick again. It seems like, because Dath's strategy, in fact, dare I critique Dath? Maybe, well, it might be because of how Robin works in Smash 4. I'm not really fully aware of the changes that they have. But dare I say, a little too committed to charging neutral B in the corner as your primary game plan. I understand to some extent, but I feel like your unwillingness to fight your opponent without, like, basically some kind of zoning, because you're putting yourself in the corner each time, and it's like kind of, I guess it is predictable, because like ZeRo knows where you want to go. Like, there's a reason he's going for this side B kick. It doesn't work here, but it almost did. It was like a few frames off from working. Gets a roll. Maybe, I don't know if that was safe or not. Whatever. I'm surprised he dashed back there. I don't know what he was dashing back for. It seems like neutral B has a lot of counterplay to it. Like, you honestly haven't hit a lot of neutral Bs. You grab it. It does cancel out the banana. Honestly, when Diddy has a banana in hand in Smash 4, I don't know if it cancels out the banana in Ultimate, because the banana is transcendent in Ultimate, but I haven't tested how they interact. That's going to be on my list of things to test. Gets it down tilt. Rolls in. It seems like if you're ever in a super close quarters situation that you don't want to be in, for ZeRo at least, this is probably a Smash 4 thing, because in Ultimate, full hop is more popular of an option. If you're like in a super close quarter situations, you want to get out, a lot more players are willing to full hop, because full hopping is significantly buffed in Ultimate in comparison to Smash 4, because the gravity is better. But what was I gonna say? It seems like ZeRo either dashes back or rolls in, basically going left or right, but does a roll or dash depending on if it's going through the opponent or just going away from the opponent. But I feel like he plays like a 50-50 with that. But of course, you can sometimes roll in under some aggressive options, so he might be rolling in because he's anticipating something aggressive. Because like if Robin went in for like a forward air here, well, sometimes down tilting someone's shield and then rolling in, because if they do some retaliation at a shield, you have the frames to punish them a lot of the time. Dash shield, spot dodge, interesting. I can see dash shielding being good in Ultimate too. I might test it out a little bit. Ooh, good empty hop. Forward air again. So forward air, a little empty hop, which makes it look like he's going to do something. But then he dashes back. I think that was basically like it was basically just a bait. Like he was like, oh, you can maybe hit me. Ha ha ha. I'm being aggressive. Which baited Dath to go for this aggressive forward air. And then that obviously gave him a whiff punish. Now he's going to go for banana off stage. Forward air. The forward air is just the preemptive like jump read basically. It seems easier to hit in this game than in Ultimate. Because I think because the gravity is the way it is in Smash 4, like you double jump from ledge or jump from ledge, and you move up way slower. Like you move up kind of like when you do an instant double jump in Ultimate. Like you rise up a lot slower, so there's more frames for that forward air to hit. Now he's actually pulling banana for real. Oh, he baited? That's kind of cool. It's like you bait going for something aggressive, but then you actually feint. That seems to be like most of his baits. And he's actually grabbing banana. And he's like, oh, he's going to try to pressure the platform. I can maybe get a punish on this. But Robin's forward air is deceptively unpunishable in this game, which is why it's a little shocking to me that Dath is committing so hard to the passive game. I think I'm also saying this because I've watched and played against Robins in Smash Ultimate that are far more willing to be aggressive and get a lot of success out of it. Granted, I think Robin's tools are a lot better for that in Ultimate. She's probably a better character in Ultimate, like, to be kind of blunt. So maybe it's something to do. Maybe her moves are like way worse than I think it is in Smash 4, but I'm also seeing her forward air out of rising and it auto cancel in a similar way that Diddy forward air does. So I'm not sure. Maybe Robin just didn't have like a super amazing player base place. But no offense to Dath, I'm pretty sure Dath was the best Robin in Smash 4. I think. But I do think that Leaf reached a higher level of skill comparatively in Ultimate. Goes for Banana. Les trapping. Pop gun. Oh. Huh. That kind of covers a lot because he shoots the pop gun. Glide tosses the banana. Glide tossing is no longer an ultimate, unfortunately, so I'd have to find some other way to simulate that. But he glide tosses a banana. And the pop gun obviously is going to hit the ledge hang, but it actually combos into the banana, which combos into the down tilt. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like... I think Dath DI'd away, which was intelligent. If Dath didn't DI away, I think he would have died there. But I think even if like Dath did a get up, like a neutral get up might have gotten hit by one of those two. Like I think they're both covering neutral get up simultaneously, and that down tilt still probably would have happened. A jump get up would have lost both of those things. Attack get up isn't invincible like it is. I think the only thing that would have beaten that out, the banana and the peanut outright, is roll. But they guess who's in position right now to cover the roll and reaction. You know? Like that actually seems like a pretty good ledge trap that covers almost everything. I think ledge options are a bit worse in Smash 4 in comparison to Ultimate, by the way. Because neutral get up had 2 frames instead of 1. Get up attack was invincible. There's worse gravity on double jump and jump from ledge. I don't remember if roll get up was worse or not. It just dash shields. I think part of the reason he's dash shielding every time is because of the threat of neutral B. But it doesn't really matter if it hits your shield too much, I don't think. At least not in this game. But he throws banana after a neutral B hits his shield. Tries to stun lock it into grab, but smartly, Dath adapts to prior interactions and rolls in. I think he tries punishing. He's like, oh, I can just punish this on reaction, but no, Dath actually had frame it. Never mind. I mean, Dath did have frame advantage on the roll, but that just beat the jab for some reason. That was actually weird. I'm actually a little surprised it went out like that. Pop gun to catch a landing. I think he recognizes that he does not have the ability to cover all the landing possibilities with his character at the moment. So he has to use a pop gun to do it for him, but he still has stage. Throw banana, which I think he just... I think that throw banana was preemptive and not done on reaction to anything. I think he tried to do something similar to before. But he didn't expect Dath to go into the platform. He's able to pressure the shield and move closer to center at the same time. Dash shield. Which that roll makes sense because like what opening do you perceive to be possible here for Dath if he wants to get out of disadvantage in particular? Because he could just go back to the corner. But that's still disadvantage. It's not even that much better, if better at all, than this situation. They're both kind of equivalently bad, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but with my knowledge, I believe they're probably both comparatively bad. So it might make sense for Robin, upon seeing the shield, he's like, oh, well, maybe I can sneak behind him and reset, get back to neutral, you know? But if he didn't choose to do that, but if he did, then ZeRo would have rolled behind and still gotten a punish if Dath tried doing anything aggressive. It's also possible Dath would have tried to run off back air to pressure the shield, which the roll obviously would have also probably beaten and had frame advantage on. So I think that was probably the idea. I think you want to roll in certain situations where you think the opponent's going to be aggressive. I think that's the purpose of rolling. Ooh, good microspacing around that. Even catching it with the forward air. It makes sense that he would be good at playing around the item. He even tried catching the sword instead of the banana. That's crazy. That worked, but unfortunately not like that. But gets a 2-frame in the forward air. I will say, I don't know if that accomplish anything. You got the two frame afterwards, but I don't know if the two frame would have been more difficult. I mean, I guess the opponent can't grab the ledge for what was it, like like 55 frames or some shit. I don't know if it's the same in Ultimate Smash 4 if the numbers change, but I know it's the same rule applies to both games. But for around a second, you can't grab the ledge after getting hit by something. But I don't know if that's a reason why Robin got hit here. No, yeah, that was just a 2 frame. Because she's grabbing ledge right here. That's not what happened. Maybe the positioning, like the fact that she had to initiate the up B from closer to the ledge, made it easier to react. Because the way reaction works is like, it's about 15 frames, right? So he initiated it right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I mean, there's a route it was close to when she initiated the up B. And maybe if she starts up B from like further away, it's harder. But I'm not sure. Maybe I'm like overthinking it, and he would have been just as likely to hit the 2 frame if she initiated the up B before he did the banana. And then the banana just kind of didn't accomplish anything. I don't know. But yeah, definitely learned a lot. Really, definitely a lot more basic than other. Like, Tweak plays way more complex than this on a mechanical level. But sometimes just like mastering the basics is what you need. And sometimes I actually think, low-key, I think Tweak strays a little bit too much from the basics sometimes. It plays a little too complicated for his own good. But also there's advantages, and simple Diddy doesn't really hit the same anymore in Ultimate. Like, his moves are a lot weaker in Ultimate, so a simple Diddy Kong doesn't really work as well. You kind of have to play complex with him. Which, by the way, for people who wonder why I have a character crisis sometimes, is part of the reason why. I think I would benefit more from a more conceptual, simple way of playing Smash, but Diddy Kong kind of works against that. But what was that? But yeah, I think that's I think just realizing how much space matters specifically. He also starts every like neutral interaction. Like, he'll occasionally be aggressive, but he'll do like some like reactionary position. Like dash shield is a great reactionary position. And against Robin, I will say there wasn't a lot of like super anti-Robin stuff. A lot of it was primarily, I see banana used less, and I think it's because the neutral B kind of beats a banana. So the banana is just kind of used for ledge trapping, I think. I don't see a lot of arc fire at all in neutral. Literally just when he was on the ledge. So maybe, but I feel like Robin's in Ultimate used arc fire more. I don't know if that's something to note or not. But it seems like Banana loses to Robin zoning, so Diddy Kong has to rely on his character to do things. But he can just dash shield and be fine with the Robin neutral Bs. And that would probably be good against Taskbot too. Of course, Taskbot can grab, or any Robin can grab. They can even do the down B. I wish I could watch ZeRo against a more aggressive Robin, because the dash shield seems good against a very zoning based Robin, and even against some of the aerials. But if Robin starts grabbing more, I'm a bit worried about. So I'll probably do it more because it seems good against Robin. I also think our moves are safer on shield and Ultimate, so we'll see. We'll see how the Ultimate Diddy's or any top player does against Robin. But thank you all for watching. And hopefully I do not lose to Taskbot again after all of this. God damn, 50 minutes, my bad, y'all.